Is it first time? What a memorable first one. I'm here.
I can't believe it. I've been watching Adam ever since I was a young lad. Finally.
Let's get it.
The chat's already
Special
rolling in.
edition. Chat's already woke up.
Chat is here, man. Chat is live.
They're not here for me, I don't think. They might be here for a guest. What is up, everybody? Welcome into the DNVR Nuggets podcast.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Can you give us your best air horn?
What's that?
Like,
I don't got one. I'm not gonna lie.
I know.
there it is, off camera. Votes got us for it.
Bones, you're not wrong, though. It is humiliating and doesn't even make you look like
Yeah, I don't got one.
None of you
You're
have
not
ever
wrong.
just refused to do it like Bones has. I respect it.
You gotta let your ego just drop on this show. That's what we've all learned. You know?
Yeah, Bones, you need to adapt
your
to this
ego.
show.
Nobody's
All right,
above the show.
I got that.
Nobody's above it.
We've obviously got a very special edition for you guys today. I'm joined, of course, over here by Harrison Wynn.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Nobody
about
cares.
me.
I got D-Line Co over
You
here.
can't even less.
And I've got Bizzy Bones.
Busy, man. What up? What up? What up, y'all? What's up? What's up?
It's so great to have you in studio, man. Your first look at us, behind the curtain here. Your first impressions. What do you think of the bar? What do you think of the set?
Everything's nice, man. When I first walked in, I'm like, I thought it was smaller, honestly, but this is perfect size. Like, even up here, it's perfect. Everything is nice, man. I like it. So.
Yeah, I'm just so tall. I think I make it look small on camera. Is that what it is? Not used to tall people. Really dumb joke. I want to start off. We got a couple questions for you here, and this is where I want to start off. Bones Hyland, October 2021, goes off one-on-one against Bones Hyland, October of 2022. How does that game go?
Not even close. 16-0, 21-0. Like, it's a whole different player, whole different ball game. It's over with.
How so, though? Like, what are you doing to attack the old you?
More physical, more at you. Like, I'm more of a threat. Like, I'm not holding back no more. Like, I'm just straightforward throttle, just gone. Like, I took my game to a whole nother level. So everything is just like, it'll definitely be 21-0. Like, it ain't close.
But you were confident. So, like, the confidence thing, you were confident last year.
Yeah.
But there is a difference, I have to imagine, between rookie confidence, I got to believe in myself, versus no, I've already done this. What is that difference?
Coming in, as a rookie, like, you want to, it's nothing given to you. You got to earn everything. And that's how I always grew up. Like, that's how I wanted it. So, me coming in, I had to, earn minutes, earn a rotation spot. So I wanted to come in and let my teammates and the coaches know, like, I'm here to win, and I'm here to be a competitor as well. So that's I feel like I did a great job with that. And as the season went on, coaches and my teammates started putting trust in me. So now, like, going into my sophomore season, like, they know the expectations from me. They know what's to happen, what's about to happen. So now it's even more of I'm more comfortable. Like, I'm going out there, I know what to do. So it's just a different feeling.
Yeah.
Did you go into the summer with specific things you wanted to work on?
Yeah, like a lot of like off ball movement, and really like get myself in shape, like tip top shape, because I know like I had to come in and run the second unit, and also like play big minutes, so I had to make sure I'm in shape for that, and I feel like I did a great job with that, and just a lot of just building on my strengths as well too, and hitting on like finishing at the rim at a high level too as well. So I feel like I did a great job with that this off season, and expanding my range even more too. So
I love this. Yeah, even more.
That's a scary
He said he's
thought.
working on 70 foot.
Are you open right now?
Just training. No, I'm so curious about working on your off ball game though. Like, how do you do that? What do you focus? Is there like a coach that's saying, hey, we're working on this?
So like how like we run offense through like Yoke when he's in the game.
Sure,
so like if you hit Yoke and you playing off ball now, so you moving without the ball, like just getting yourself in shape for that. So that's something that I was big on. And if you look at my college highlights and my college season, my sophomore season, I was off ball, and I didn't have the ball a lot of times. So that's something like I wanted to get back into, and just that was a big point for me though. Like, just want to move off the ball and be on ball as well too.
So one of the questions I had for you was who do you credit for your basketball IQ? Because you're a scorer, but your feel for the game is really high, especially for anybody for a scorer. But I'm also wondering, you did play on ball and you played off ball in college.
Yeah,
maybe that influenced your feel.
For me though, like I'm big on like film. Like I'm a big film guy. I don't like. like if I have a bad game, I'm watching film. If I have a good game, I'm watching film. Like I'm not just a guy like, oh, I had a great game. I had 30, I had 25, like 25, 6 and 5, something like that. You know, oh, I'm gonna go watch film. I want to see all my highlights, et cetera, et cetera. Nah, I'm trying to learn and grow from my mistakes, and also like see, you know, what's working on the floor as well too, and get better each and every game. So that's something big with me. I'm a big film junkie guy. Like I love film.
Are you doing it? You know, is that solo? Or are there people that you're saying, hey, point some stuff out to me here?
Majority of the time, like 80% of the time is by myself. Like I like watching film by myself because I know what I want to watch. Like I know what I'm watching, and I know what areas of improvement that I have to, you know, improve on. But also like getting a feel for like, you know, what the coaches think and what they see. So now you're putting both of them together, and you know, you're getting a good outcome from that. So, you know, film will help you, you know, on the court in big ways.
Who watches the most film on the team?
Bro, honestly, like I don't even know like who like watches film often, like outside of the Nuggets, you know, team. But like for me, speaking for myself, like I watch film a lot. Like that's something when I go home, like bro, I'm watching like literally all day. I'm not gonna lie, like literally all day. Yeah, like, I love film.
Do you watch other people's film also?
Yeah, like Trae Young, Ja, like a lot of guys that's in my like slim frame, like shiftiness, you know, and like 4-level scores. So like that's something that, you know, I take from their game and try to put it in my own flair. And you know, for guys that's out there that's hoopers and stuff, like you don't gotta like just focus on, you know, yourself and your own game. You can take stuff from other players and, you know, put it in your own flair, and you see how it turned out. So that's something that, you know, when I was growing up, like I was big on that. Used to watch Hot Sauce, you know, a couple players that was in high school, like I would watch their highlights and like, oh, that move was tough. Like, let me go to the gym. I'm about to work on that move. Like, see how it come out. And now, you know, I'm a shifty player, so I'm adding my own sauce to it. And then I just stuck with it, man. So everything was, you know, it just went from there.
Some people, I don't think everybody in the NBA is this way. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but you're like a true hooper.
Yeah.
Like you just like basketball.
Yeah,
so this
is a hooper.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying this is the difference. Like you're watching film in part because you want to get better, but I imagine in part because you're just like, this is cool.
Yeah. Like for me, like it's the difference between like a basketball player and a hooper. Like hooper just going out, bro. You having fun, like you hooping. Like basketball player, I feel like they going out there like it's not like that exciting, but like they just playing basketball.
Right.
You with me, you going like I'm playing basketball, like I'm hooping, like I'm having fun, I'm smiling. Like it's a difference, you know. Like so, I feel like it's.
Who are the
a big
hoopers
difference.
on the Nuggets? Though? This is a debate we.
Man, you can't put them there. Don't put them there, man.
We're not doing that.
Can a hooper be a basketball player? Can a hooper become a basketball player, or vice versa?
We ain't ready. We
ain't ready for that.
No way.
I'll ask this though more broadly, just about the NBA. What percentage of people do you think, you know, love the game in that way? That are like, hey, it's Saturday afternoon, I'm just gonna throw on some highlights of Trae Young because I just want to check that out.
So like you think like what, like saying like what percentage you think of like
hoopers in the NBA, people that are like that.
Oh man, like I feel like nowadays, like I'm gonna be completely honest, like I feel like a lot of hoopers just in it just for like the money, like ain't really worried about like, you know, the joy and the love of basketball, and you know, before like we got to the league, like we used to have like a lot of fun. You know, I think like, a lot of players just doing it just for the money, and just they in it just for that. Me, I could care less about that. Like I'm literally like I love and enjoy, like that's my passion. Like when I'm in between them, I'm having fun. Like you know, so I feel like the percentage probably really low. Like it's probably really low, honestly.
That's always so kind of surprising to hear, and I always wonder if that's a thing that. They don't come in that way, but then when the money, because money brings problems, you know, money brings complications. I always wonder with that.
Yeah.
I love this is Eric's question, but you didn't ask it yet, so I'm going to ask it anyway. How do you get good at shooting deep threes? Like, this is a new thing.
That was my question.
When
Classic.
What makes you give the confidence to be like, I'm launching this? When did it start?
So I used to work out with my cousin Tink. So I was probably like 8, 9, 10 years old, and he used to have me do this drill every single day, and it was like going around like the little you know how you got the box and they got the 3 hash mark, like going around that, and you got to make like shots in a row,
like around the world.
Yeah, around the world. Yeah, around the world. Yeah, definitely hit
what
that.
What did you call it? Is there something new? Is there a new name to it? Okay,
like
we called it around the world.
He made his like his own like name for the drill. I forgot what it was, but like I had to make like shots in a row, you know, at a young age, and he challenged me since I was young. But like I was doing that from all around the world. Then I had to go all around the 3. Then I was doing deep threes. Like I was like 9, 10 years old. Like,
really?
Yes. And I had like one of them shots. Like I had a push shot, so I was launching it like that. Like, but I was hitting though. Like he's like, bro, if it's going in, don't change it. And I was young, so like it was a strength thing. So I was like, bro, don't change it. It's gonna come along. But you know, my cousin Tink always like made sure like I could shoot the ball, you know, and made sure that my mechanics with shooting was always like like, good and making sure I build my muscle memory up for that. And, I just kept expanding my range. Like, I got to 12 years old and I just started really shooting, like, really deep. Like where I'm shooting from now, like, it's, like, you could tell, like, I can be shooting for like, deep from so long because it looks so effortless.
Right.
Like, I barely, like, it ain't no, like, I just launch it. Like, it's just easy to me. So, it just takes years and reps of it. So
it takes I think it takes the mentality as much as anything.
Yeah,
because like
yeah.
I mean, I'm an old head, but like back in that day, if anybody, even the best shooter in the gym, took that shot, it would have been like, what the heck?
Yeah,
it's a bad shot.
Yeah, it probably like ain't a lot of people taking them shots though. Like you gotta have different level of confidence and in yourself to take them shots. But me, y'all know my count through the roof.
But you were talking about expanding your range too.
Yeah.
Can you go further?
Yeah, man. You know that little circle by the half court?
Yeah.
Yeah, like if I'm letting no bombs and I feel I'm letting it go from there. Like it's money.
What's going to be the farthest three? Is that going to be that's going to be the farthest three this year from the logo?
Man, listen, like if I'm running off 6-7 threes in the game and I got a fast break,
yeah.
I'm pulling that. Yeah, let that fly.
It's the best thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Let that go.
I can't wait for it. We got a question. I'm curious. You've been here for a year now.
Yeah.
How do you describe Denver, Colorado to your friends back home or to people back home? What do you
it's
tell
crazy,
them
bro.
about it?
Like they really love it. Like, and I love it too. But like, they like, bro, come back out there. Like, bro, it's crazy. They love it, yo. Like, they like it's peaceful. It's nothing like that.
Right.
Like Colorado, like the air. They see the mountains.
Right.
Like, and I just moved to a new spot, and like, I got the level that I'm on, you can see like the mountains and like my cameraman, he be like, bro, like this view is insane, like this is crazy. And like he'll walk Tracy, my dog, like he'd take him for walks and he'd just be like, bro, like I don't want to come back in the house, bro, this is amazing out here. Like the air, like the people around, everybody friendly, like it just feel like almost fake, like it just everything just going like perfect, like it feels fake.
You like that D-line?
Yeah, I like the idea that we live in a fake wonderland.
Denver's just too beautiful.
It's just too good to be real. I think that's right.
What it is, Denver's chill. That's
it is
the
very
word. It's
chill.
chill.
Like and for me, like I'm not big on like going out, the clubs, parties. Like I'm not big on that. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do none of that. I just sit in the house and play the game, chill with family, call my friends, and go to the gym, work out. Like I'm basic. Like, but Denver's perfect for that because ain't nothing going on.
Well, the backhanded
compliment now just kind of lost a little steam.
I'm curious, like, what? So when you get drafted by Denver, like, what are your initial thoughts? I mean, we always hear about what the NBA thinks about Denver.
Don't you remember Jerry Jeudy was like, I know there's bears outside.
He and KJ Ham were on a call with each other discussing whether or not they needed to be prepared for bear attacks.
That's nuts. Like, when I first got drafted, cause for me when I was going through the pre-draft process, I was supposed to come out here to work out. Like I didn't work out for the Nuggets. I worked out for everybody else, and I had rolled my ankle in the Lakers workout. But I still was supposed to come, but I just never came. I honestly I didn't think I was going to be the 26th pick. Like it was rumors of me 18 to 22, and the Clippers were saying they was going to take me. So I'm like, man, I'm not going out there. There's no point for me to go out there and work out there. I know my range of where I'm going. So I'm like, man, I ain't going out there. We're like, ain't nothing. I don't know what's out there, man. I'm not going out there. Boom. The day of the draft, the Clippers passed me up. Boom, they passed me up. So I'm just waiting. I'm like, man, who's next? So I'm like, it's the Lakers. I'm like, they don't got no pick to get or pickup. So I'm like, all right. Then the other two teams, I'm like, nah, they ain't gonna take me. So I'm like, it got to be Denver, the Sixers, or somebody else. So I'm like, Denver might pick me, yo. So I'm like, so boom, this is the kicker though, right here. So boom, I pick my phone up out of my pocket. I go to Twitter and I see the Bones Hyland 26 pick, the Denver Nuggets pick. So I look at it, I said, whoa, I put it in my pocket. So I'm like, bro, this can't be true. Ain't no way. So I'm like, bro, in my head, I'm like, bro, I didn't work out for them. I didn't do nothing. So, man, when they drafted and call my name, I'm like, bro, this is crazy. I didn't work out for them. But, when I was at the draft combine, I met all the Nuggets guys and everybody. Yeah. So I felt that connection already. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, man, they probably gonna take me for real. But as soon as I came out here, I'm like, man, I thought it was gonna be real cold. That's the perspective everybody has on Colorado. So I'm like, man, it's gonna be cold. Man, I get out here, I got a hoodie on and sweatpants. Bro, as soon as I get off the flight, I take everything. I take the hoodie off, I put the shorts on. I'm like, man, listen, this weather is amazing.
I'm convinced people think that because when the Broncos play, during commercials, like, the intro is just people skiing. Even when it's like 60 degrees in the city. So that's why people think that, or some at least.
Nah, definitely for sure.
You know what though? Look, Bones has the Colorado on. This is the Colorado outfit, hoodie and shorts.
Hoodie and shorts, bro. I feel like you have to have, like, if you got like shorts on, you gotta have a hoodie. Yeah. You know, like, cause you never know, like, if
prepared for all weathers.
Yeah, you know, like, you never know, like, it probably gonna get cold at night.
You never know.
But you got the hoodie. You feel me? Your legs ain't really gonna get you cold.
And then when it snows, it melts by the afternoon.
Exactly. So that's really a big reason why I love.
He knows everything.
Nah, definitely.
I want to do a quick would you rather here. A couple would you rathers for you. Easy one. Some of them kind of fun. Look at that. We got your own little graphic. Would Bones rather? Would Bones rather hit a game-winning deep three or score 40 points in a win?
Bro, man. I feel like it's colder to hit a game-winning deep three.
So cold,
I think so too.
So cold.
Like, I think it's cold. Like, that take a different level of, like, confidence, and that's me.
Right.
Like, if I'm open and they get a driving kick and I'm about a 4-point line, bro, I'm letting it rip.
It's true.
Tie game, down to, like, I'm letting it rip. That's my kind, because I know, like, I trust my work. I know, like, bro, I shoot so many of those, like, it's second nature to me. I gotta let that fly. But I feel like it's way more colder to hit a deep Tracy for sure.
I agree.
A deep Tracy. I love it.
Specifically a Tracy.
Just so it's clear, there's no right answers, but that was the right answer.
That was the right answer. All right, at home or on the road? You hit that game winner in silence.
On the road. Yeah, we on the road with it. We on the, y'all know me.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't hear nobody.
They can hear you laughing while you're walking off the court in the top row.
Y'all know me. I'm letting them know. Listen, I don't want to hear nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Do you have any haters in the league?
Honestly, I think everybody loves me. Like,
I mean, he's probably not wrong.
I feel like this is like my personality, like, but like I'm a real, like, I'm a dog on the court though, but like my personality, everybody like knows the type of type of kid that I am. But like I have a great balance of being a dog and off the court, like having that that great personality where people can talk. I know how to make conversation with people. I know how to greet people, and that's a shout out to my mom. She raised me right without a father figure in my life. So she raised me early how to talk to people, greet people, how to stand in rooms, and be able to present yourself and not be shy. So like I definitely applaud my mom for that.
Man, that's incredible. I mean, those things. I have got kids right now. That's like that's a harder lesson to teach kids than you think. Like getting them to be like that. So very impressive work.
You should talk to your kids.
Yeah, I need some parenting advice. Have them give me a call. Would you rather poster someone or break their ankles so bad they fall down?
Man, bro, it's crazy. Like, I broke so many ankles. I'm going with the poster. I gotta go with the poster. I got to. And I can't wait till I get the poster, bro. I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
All right, we'll know when we see it. We'll know. Would you rather win a series in 7 games or 4?
4.
Get it done with.
Yeah, we get it done over with. And I feel like 4 games, like, you let them know, like, y'all couldn't do nothing with us, and we not coming to play. We not taking no games off. Like that's how, like 7-game series. Like you have that, like that other team. Like they like, man, like we could have beat them. Like 4-0. Like damn, we couldn't do nothing with them.
4-0 sends a message.
Yeah, for sure.
A big message. Yeah. We know personally. Would you rather score 40 points or get a triple double?
Man, for me. What's the numbers on triple double?
Let's say 15. I love that question, by the way. 15, 10, and 10.
Follow up.
15, 10, and 10.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm going 40. I'm going 40.
I'm so glad you said that.
I'm going 40, bro. Like that's me. Like I'm going 40.
Let Nicola get the triple double.
He's got that.
Let Yo handle that, bro. I'm going 40.
All right, This last one comes from Eric. You can tell. He asks, "Would you rather go hiking in the mountains or horseback riding in the mountains?"
Ah, man.
Now that you're a horseback rider,
now that you're a horseman.
I might go horseback ride, honestly.
Really?
Like, I feel like if you go hiking, you gotta do it on your own. Put on the horse, baby. You know what's going on.
You gotta save your leg.
Yeah, like the horse got it. I told you that leg like a human size, like a human.
What are your feelings on horses? Can I ask you?
Like how they feel on a horse?
I personally find horses to be terrifying when you sit on their back. They're
powerful.
Bro,
they are like, because sometimes you feel like, so like when I went horseback riding, bro, I'm not gonna lie, like the horse kept looking back at me. Yeah, I'm wondering, like, yo, why you keep looking back? Like, is you mad that I'm on, like, on his back? Like, I don't know what it was, but, like, I was finna, like, hop off the horse, you know? I didn't want him to think, like, turn around and just kick me or
Bones understands what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, it's like being in a car that has a personality. And, like, doesn't like it.
Any moment, something crazy can
just kick you out of the car.
Like, get out of my car, yo. Get out.
Nicole has probably got some tips, though.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, before we get out of here, just gonna ask. You know, obviously the season starts Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, 3 games in 4 nights. What do you think, Nuggets fans? What should we expect? Not just for this week, but you know, it's a big season.
Honestly, like, we got so many like dynamic players and great versatility. Like, the vibe of our team, like, is great. Like, you see, like, I forget, like, our record for preseason last year. Like, what, y'all remember the record?
I don't know who remembers preseason.
No, I don't remember.
But like, I feel as though, like, this one, like, we really, like, did a much better job, like, you know, this preseason and going and building that, like, that momentum up and that juice to, like, going into the season. But we so versatile, man, and got so many dynamic players. Like, I feel like this can be a very, like, real fun year for us. Like, this can be a great year for us.
So it feels different. I mean, you just feel the seriousness.
Yeah, like, I feel like everybody leaning on each other. Like, you ain't just, like, nobody just, like, on the outskirts and just, like, I feel like we got that trust into each other. Like, bro, like, I know he can do this. Like, I got my faith in him. He got his faith in me. So I feel like we just bounce off each other on that, you know?
Right. Is there anybody you think that spearheaded that? Or is it, like, a collective effort? Is the veterans that have...
yeah, the vets, like, it was big, like, bringing in DJ because, like, Jeff has that connection with DJ. So, like, now Jeff talking more. Like, he want to be that vet, you know?
That's interesting.
So it's more so, like, you know, everybody's back now. Like, we got Molly, got MP. So it's like everybody back. So everybody much more comfortable now, too. So, like, I feel like it doesn't feel like nobody has this crazy, like, workload on their back. Like I said, it's a trust level, you know, within each other.
I have a quick question. Who would you say was the MVP of...
He's so tough. He's so tough.
of training camp?
We had a debate about who was the MVP just based on what people were saying.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I killed training camp. So.
Let's go.
You always have the best answer. I swear to God.
I don't know, man. Like, that's all I'm gonna say there. And my team had the most wins, so you know. Sorry, nah, bro. But training camp was fun, man. It was real dope. This training camp.
Bones, you're the absolute best, dog.
I appreciate y'all, man. Yes,
I got one more question for Bones. I got one more question.
Let me hear it.
When you walked out onto the court opening night last year and yelled "Mile High City, baby,"
yeah. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Before you even finished, bro, I went up there like it was just second nature. Like it just, bro, that was just the words on my mind. And now it's
that's
like
what I was gonna ask
a chant you. Now, like it's crazy. Yeah. It was just second nature. I swear, bro. It just happened.
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna ask you why'd you choose to say Mile High City, but I get just second nature.
You know, we in a Mile High, but like with me, like I'm always saying, like I always like to drag the word, you know, like so I'm like Mile City, baby, you know, like man, I think that it get them going, you know. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna stick with that, and then
it's stuck.
I said like on 3, Mile City, baby, and they just went with it, and it got louder every chance. So I'm like, yeah, that's it right there.
You probably can't spoil this. Is it you again, or is it a new rookie now? Do you got to?
It's probably just spur the
I don't know, man. I feel like I probably take that over. yeah. I feel like I probably take that over. But like honestly, I probably like because I think the rookie probably be scared. You know what? I don't know, but
the crowd's gonna want you again.
Yeah, so I think I'm probably do it though. You know, but I feel like if a rookie like I'm probably give him some pointers how to go out there.
All right,
like, just go and just talk, just go, like you know. Yeah. But I feel like if he ain't doing too good, I'm taking over the mic.
Bones, like you're the best, man. Thank you so much for coming in. Everybody, we gotta. You guys probably saw some of the stuff on Twitter. We might have an upgrade to the menu coming. We might have an upgrade coming around the corner.
Come on through.
Come on through. Check it out, Bones. Thank you so much. Let's go to break, Cal.
Yes, sir.
Win, take us away.
All right, thanks, Bones.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, sir. You're good, bro.
Yeah, now you got to come in here and fill his seat, man. Yeah, big shoes to fill. You got to be just as good.
Good to see you, man.
You guys want to hear about my confidence or
Lindsay? Do you mind walking him out? Go ahead.
Yeah, Lindsay can help you. All right, guys. Hassel Cattle Company. We're back with these guys. Thank God we've got Hassel Cattle Company back with us. You go to hasslecattlecompany.com. You click what you want. They've got everything on Hassel Cattle Company. Any type of beef you want, you can get it delivered right to your doorstep. So what you guys need to do, go to hasslecattlecompany.com. Use the code DNVR20 for 20% off your entire purchase. Use the code DNVR20. Get 20% off your entire purchase at hasslecattlecompany.com. Also, if you guys need tickets to sporting events, shows, concerts, whatever you need, don't mess around with all those other ticketing sites out there. Download the Game Time app. More importantly, use the link in the YouTube description. Use the link in the podcast description. Go through that link whenever you're buying tickets to Nuggets games, Avs games, concerts, shows, whatever you're doing. Use the link, our special link, in the description on YouTube on the podcast. Buy your tickets through Game Time. It helps us out. They're a great price. They have these great last-minute price drops as well. So use the Game Time app when you need tickets this year.
Game Time app for sure, man. Lots of stuff going on this week. Even if you're in Utah, you want to go to the game, use Game Time app. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that, Bones. I mean, we had fun with him.
Did you enjoy that, Eric?
No, that sucked.
Eric was giggling.
You got all your giggles out from the preseason on that segment.
A lot of people interview athletes, and no one giggles the whole time.
That's true.
So true.
So listen, you got to give people what they want.
So, Bones will be coming on the show, I think, pretty regularly this year. You know, he's enjoyed it, and we're glad that we're very thankful that he enjoys it. So this will be, a pretty regular occurrence throughout the season, which will be great. You know, it's always great to get the athlete perspective on
because we don't know anything, so we need an actual athlete.
Things both real and maybe less real.
Less real. I mean, listen, where else are you going to get someone asking Bones how he feels about horses? Like feels, you know?
Nobody asks him that. People just say, "Have you seen a horse?" Or so they won't even bring up a horse.
That's right.
It's so true. So that was absolutely fantastic.
What a treat.
I was worried there, maybe Bones lost confidence or, was nervous about
it seems like he gained confidence. He's going to be pulling up from half court.
He gained confidence midway through, through that interview.
Yeah. Are we responsible for...
We're not responsible.
Possible.
You never know, too, who's going to show up on our party bus nights.
Whoa.
Again, I'm not saying somebody will or will not be there, but, you never know. So what's going to happen? Kale, you could bring that up. Our party bus, there's only a couple days, basically through this week, for you to buy tickets to our first party bus, which is November 5th. You can sign up at DNVRlocker.com. You can check out our calendar. It's all there. Or you can just look at the tweets that DNVR Nuggets puts out regularly. Our party bus, you're going to want to join it. You go from the bar Saturday night, November 5th. You go from the bar to the arena, and then after the game, back to the bar where we have a great time. We do the show. You can come watch the show live, and then we'll all go down and drink, talk Nuggets. And by the way, this is a thing that if you're a single person and you're like, I don't have anyone to go with, don't let that stop you.
Yep.
Lots of people have come to this as single individuals and have left as with groups of friends. You go there, it's an excellent way to make friends because you come here, we're all funneled to the same thing. You're going to be sitting next to someone who, guess what? Spoiler alert, loves the Nuggets.
Right.
Yeah. So you're going to have a good time and have something
Plus,
to do.
if you're a single person, Brendan Vogt will hit on you.
I don't have a follow-up.
That's written into his job description.
It's probably true, too. I probably
So the Nuggets had practice today, Wind.
Yeah.
They've had a couple of practices this week. I feel like there's been some interesting things that have come out of it. Why don't you steer us for some of your takeaways from today?
Today at Nuggets practice, obviously
it's like he needs a specific way to set up. And if I
2 days out from the opener in Utah against the Jazz, the big thing from practice today, they did a little scrimmage, a little live portion of practice. The second unit dominated the starters today. That guy who was just on the show, Bones Hyland, dominated the starters in the scrimmage today.
It's happened a lot, by the way. Happened a lot.
This is something that's happened a lot with the Nuggets. This is something that even Mike Malone said happens with a lot of NBA teams. But we've heard this before with the Nuggets in the scrimmage that me and Adam saw.
Do you know why
in San Diego, the bench one? So this has happened a lot.
Do you know why that second unit is loud? That's why. Today we talked to Bruce Brown, Jeff Green, DeAndre Jordan. Every time they've wanted anything, they make sure during a media scrum that everyone knows. That's why. Because I was sitting here thinking about this, most of the time you don't ask who won in scrimmage because scrimmage is only a portion of a practice, right? The 5-on-5. I'm just thinking historically, I couldn't tell you that many memorable, this team won. Right. But this time, every single time the bench wins, Jeff or Bruce or DeAndre or Bones.
Or Malone.
Or Malone. Well, but mostly
Malone
those guys
said it today.
Yeah, but mostly those guys walk by and are like, guess who won today? Guess who won? Ask him who won. So they're very loud about it.
I love this, though. I saw there's a little discussion about, is this disheartening or heartening?
It's not.
I love it. I think like you have a second, particularly guys like Bruce Brown. To me, what it means is the practices are hard. They're competitive.
Right.
The second unit's coming in and they're making those guys work for it. They're testing them every day. Yeah. And then you want to see that group build chemistry together as well. Winning together in practice will do that. I think what it tells me is just that there's a high level of competitiveness behind closed doors.
And that Jokic doesn't care about winning.
That's probably true, too. Probably doesn't shoot.
Is he also not shooting in the practices?
It'd be funny if Jokic's like, we lost, but I had a triple-double.
No, I'll tell you what his line was in the scrimmage. Probably just 0 of 1 again.
Yeah, it hasn't yet to shoot. No, but I do... it is funny, the psychology of people who are like, crap, do the Nuggets suck? And it's like, well, the team that beat them was also the Nuggets.
This is true. That's also a good thing.
Yeah, so it's actually equal parts good or bad. But I say all that to say that one of the things that I took away from this, the unit today was Bones, Davon, Bruce, Jeff, and DeAndre Jordan. That's the unit that won the open practice today, or the scrimmage practice today. And more to the point, everybody that talked today, including Bruce, talked about their comfort level with that group. Yep. Because for me personally, I don't love that group, and I haven't seen a lot from it. It's been the other lineups out of the bench that I think have had the most pop. But those guys are talking about it as if they feel really good with that collection of talent and that there's a chemistry with those guys. So take that for what it's worth.
I think that's the bench. That's the default bench heading into opening night in Utah.
So Ish Smith and Zeke Naji, the winners of the preseason. Not in the rotation, or not there.
I feel like that's kind of how it happens sometimes.
It's so true. The PJ Dozier was the winner.
We talk about guys all preseason. They've made up ground, but they're still not in the rotation.
Ish Smith not in the rotation?
I mean, again, I'm not saying I don't want. Yeah, again, pause. I'm just saying today in the scrimmage, he was the third string.
Yeah, because it's not like they were staggering guys or playing, every chance strictly 5 starters, 5 bench.
And virtually every chance they've gotten to put a bench together, it's Jordan at the 5. So, they'll say they have the option to go both, but it certainly looks like there's one they prefer.
Yeah. I think he is the preferred option. Yeah.
I mean, Jordan, I'm just worried about Ish Smith, man. I've never seen somebody come in and play better, more just off the bat.
Well, so I got to give a shout to my colleague Matt Moore. He had a great take when I was talking to him last night about this. Yeah,
I'm joking.
He had a great take where he said there's going to be a lot of nights when Murray doesn't play because of either injury or just rest, and guys are going to get hurt. And he said there's a risk to playing Ish regular minutes. Maybe you just factor in your head Murray's going to miss 20 games, and Bones is probably going to miss 20 games just from an injury, and on top of that, other guards. Ish might play 60 games this year just by default, and maybe by virtue of not playing him, you build in the rest.
And plus, it's not like he need reps either.
Right.
He's been around for some time.
Yeah.
And he seems, by the way, 100% on, Ish Smith has been such an impressive, not just player, but personality as well. Speaker, interview, everything. And I think he honestly, genuinely accepts whatever it is that would be asked of him.
There's so many good personalities on this team.
There really are.
Specifically the bench.
It's so noticeably different from previous years. I'm not kidding. There have been ups and downs to that, more outgoing personalities and less. But this year, it's number 1, 8 empty spots to whatever the number 2 year was.
Right. And it's funny because Malone's talked about this a bunch, but this renewed excitement this year. Yeah. And of course, a lot of it has to do with Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray being healthy. Of course, a lot of it has to do with just the championship expectations. But he's said some of it also has to do with the fact that there are some new faces and just new life and new energy from guys that weren't here last year. DeAndre Jordan, Ish Smith, the rookies, the two-way guys. And it's funny because he also said that 2 seasons ago when they brought in guys like Isaiah Hartenstein and Facu Campazzo and the guys that were here that year for the first time. But this year, I feel like the personalities are going to make a bigger impact maybe than those personalities did.
What's also interesting, one thing that Bone said, I know you guys picked up on it, but saying that Jeff Green is more outgoing this year because DeAndre's
you can notice that.
You definitely can notice it, but it's also something you kind of I guess that makes sense. You can imagine if one of us went somewhere else and we didn't have anybody you're kind of not yourself.
Right.
And then when your buddy shows up and you're like, sweet, I got somebody to kind of be myself around.
A guy who knows all the inside jokes, a guy who just can... Yeah.
Or that you just don't feel bad when they don't laugh at your jokes because you're like, come on, you a-hole.
I love this potential development for the organization What if this is like, a gathering grounds for players of that ilk, cut from that cloth? The Jeff Greens, the DeAndre Jordans, those two guys are friends, but also just these veterans, these journeymen who are looking for homes that on contenders. And you come from a place like Brooklyn where it's anything but a smooth ride to a place like Denver where it's really just about the basketball.
Sure.
Do you wonder, did Jeff let DeAndre know about that? Did Bruce Brown get a heads up about that?
Feels like come here, you can wear a hoodie and shorts year round.
For sure, though. Is there momentum in look, in terms of filling out that role on a roster, this is maybe one of the ideal places to do it. It'd be a great development.
If that is the case, it seems like it probably started with Paul Millsap, right? Like, granted, he came in as a high-touted free agent at that point. It was still our probably most notable free agent signing in my
since
lifetime.
Kenyon Martin,
right. But all the same, but he still was sort of in that the back nine of his career and sort of looking at. So yeah, you just wonder how people talk about all different places in the NBA. I mean, it was interesting to hear Bones' perception of Denver. It's always interesting to hear everybody's perception of Denver, whether or not they're in the NBA. I mean, there is always that thing about you just find out nobody knows anything about here, and I imagine culture-wise even more so.
No, totally. Yeah. Well, you remember Jamal said that the only thing he thought about Denver was that there's lots of clouds.
Well, he's not wrong.
He is wrong. There's actually fewer clouds in most places.
There's clouds everywhere. That's how water. That's part of the water cycle.
Hey, 300 days of sunshine. It's a fact. All right, Wind. What else? Where else you want to go here?
I thought this was notable. It might have been you who asked him. Just what were some of the stats that stuck out from the preseason, because he was talking about how he went back and looked at numbers, of course, and he singled out one guy's stats. Do you remember this? He singled out
who it was,
Michael Porter Jr.
Okay.
Because he said Michael Porter, his stats now this preseason look like they did in 2020, 2021, the last time he was healthy. And I thought just the fact that...
I tweeted that. Maybe Malone saw the tweet. Maybe he didn't. I don't know.
I just thought that he was the one guy... The fact that he was the one guy who Malone singled out was notable.
Yeah, it definitely was. I feel like Michael Porter. This is such a funny thing because we just played body language doctor all the time. Michael Porter, I feel like it was a big week for him last week. I feel like there was some good, positive, much needed positive momentum, and just almost people talking about him differently. He just seems, a little weight maybe off of his.
It seems a little different than following the Suns game.
Yeah, where it just was feeling super down.
Sure, and there's something to that. Someone was in our chat saying, and I'm not sure if it really works this way, but does Porter see that game that went poorly and the talk about him and reaction to him was poor, was when his process was horrible and he was just hunting bad shots, versus when he did play within the offense, so to speak, alongside Yoke and company. Good things happen for him, not just on the court, but then the reinforcement off of it. Maybe some of that is drilled home. There's a right way to go about this for me.
Yeah. We also talked to Bruce Brown today, and he was guarding Michael Porter in practice in the scrimmage portion today, and he comes up to the mic and goes, next time you guys talk to Michael Porter, ask how many buckets he scored on me in practice.
He had he's funny because his playful shit talking still has some sting to it.
Oh yeah, he's a good shit talker.
Yeah, but he'd make sure it always has spice in it. It just never, not just the friendly hey man.
Somebody asked him, "Oh, so you're guarding Jamal in the scrimmages?" And he goes, "No, I'm guarding Mike. Mike talks a lot
because Mike likes to talk."
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That is the first thing we heard about Mike, by the way. Even before he was on the floor, even the vets were like,
he was just talking from the sidelines when he couldn't even play.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He seems like a talker.
Yeah. Bruce Brown, this has been a hot topic on the show. He was asked about a nickname.
Oh man, yeah, this is hilarious.
Oh, have you guys started this conversation?
We need to start it, and we have started it.
What are they? Well,
he said, I'm curious to get your ruling on this. He said, I have a nickname. People call me BB.
BB. I mean,
that is not a nickname in my book.
You're HW.
MPJ
is that a nickname?
MPJ is a nickname. BB is at least it's a good one. I can't.
Is it?
AM is
it a good one?
I'm saying it's a good pairing of letters. EW is not a good one.
Oh, shut up.
BB's terrible.
BV doesn't sound right either.
Say it.
Sounds like a shot, but
does sound
HW
like a shot.
sounds good. It sounds very old.
HW. It was in that. You just like it because it was in There Will Be Blood.
I love that you caught that one.
Yeah, I didn't catch that one. All right. I just caught him saying a mold.
It's also, isn't it George H.W. Bush?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's a couple HWs.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's right, bud.
So anyway, we're calling him Bruce Bush.
Anyways, Bruce Brown, I think, still needs a nickname.
Well, some people have thrown out, by the way, Brucifer.
Brucifer.
Which I love. I think Brucifer is like a totally.
There's no way he wants that nickname.
That's definitely like he'll hate
good
it.
He'll hate
it, but it's like a great nickname. Like
the reverse.
Oh man, yeah, he's getting locked up by Brucifer. He's in hell.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. What's wrong with Kyrie tonight? Well, he's getting guarded.
What about like Bruce Banner?
What's
Hulk, the Incredible Hulk.
I mean, his name is Bruce.
And you hang a
somebody
banner.
else's name.
We'll work.
Maybe we'll just call him BB. I think like BB.
I'm not. I will never call him.
I'll probably just call him Bruce Brown.
Isn't the little robot in Star Wars BB?
The BB-8.
BB-8.
The
Yeah.
BB-8.
How do you know half of every?
How is that what you knew?
That's all I do, baby.
Oh man,
like a steel trap.
Brucifer gets me, man.
He did say though that somebody had sent him the clip of our show in which we were discussing it. So I'm sure somebody will send this.
Somebody will send him this clip as well.
Yeah, let's know what you think of Brucifer.
Please let us know.
Just never spoken to again.
I just want to see him playing Fruit Ninja on his phone.
I like Fruit Ninja. The second you said
what is Fruit Ninja?
It's
oh my god.
Yeah. How does again, man? The parts you do know and don't know.
Because he
really
plays basketball like Fruit Ninja.
But what is Fruit Ninja? Why would I know?
It's an iPhone. It's a mobile device.
It's tough to be
game.
around. You don't know what Fruit Ninja is?
Why is that a thing I should know?
Because there's a thing called popular culture.
Fruit Ninja's pop culture?
Yes, Fruit Ninja was one of the most popular apps.
It's fruit culture.
God damn it.
All right, Fruit Ninja.
You heard of Flappy Bird? And you know what? Forget it. Go ahead.
All right, so we'll still work on that. Right. Bruce also was asked, playing point guard with the starters, what's kind of your mentality there? How are you trying to play? And I actually loved his answer because I thought it was 100% accurate. He was just like, keep it simple. Don't try to do too much. Just play my game. And that's exactly what he does when he's playing point guard with that starting group. I feel like that's why he's such a good fit there, because he doesn't try to do too much. Keeps the ball moving.
Yeah, exactly.
Keeps the ball popping.
Ball popping. Yep. Connector.
We all spoke to Aaron Gordon at practice.
Love this one, man. We'll upload these, by the way. I have them on my phone. I'll upload these here right after this.
Aaron Gordon sounds like he's undergone like a spiritual awakening. Reawakening, yeah. He was awake and now he's awake again. But anyways,
you're making fun of a guy sharing his heart and soul here, man. Like
I'm not making fun of him.
Well, making light of. I thought it was really great. He did talk about how that was a big part of his off season, was sort of like spiritually reconnecting. I thought it was very interesting.
And he said, you're going to see a much more focused and poised and just committed person this season. So I thought that was really interesting.
Sounds tight.
He seems like he's like in a great place. I'm serious. Like, he seems like he's like in a really great place, and like just like he's very excited for.
Dude, I think this is obvious. If he didn't say this, I would have imagined it. Like he
really.
Well, he just kind of like I don't know. There is a different sense about him that I'm picking up on. Also, traveling around Europe. I mean, like getting out of your world a little bit allows you to, and embiggening your perspective always sort of brings that. And this really, this is sort of a line of demarcation. Like he knows the team is coming back. I just think that there is just sort of a reset that we're all going to kind of go through. Like it's just we're letting go of hell.
Yeah, it's just a new realization.
Except for Brucifer, who's locking.
He's dragging you all down to hell with him. I think look, it'd be fun to ask him. I'm sure since his last season in Arizona, when they had dreams of March dancing in their head, this is the most excited he's been, right? It has to be. I'm projecting, I'm speaking for him, but
other than right when he got your post-trade deadline, I think.
There's a chance for Aaron Gordon to change, his career as far as becoming a winner, but probably maybe the way he's looked at and talked about outside of Denver throughout the league forever. And, it starts right now with this season, so you love the idea that he knows that, he feels that, because he's a key part to them not being good, but being great.
Yeah, for sure. The other big news item from practice, Jamal Murray went through the live portion. It sounds like he's going to play Wednesday in Utah.
Let's go.
So the squad's back officially.
Dude, squad.
It's actually funny. If you want to know my read on that interaction, Malone kind of like he was almost condescending in the like, well, he played today, so he'll play Wednesday. As if, my point being, I think that he's clearly playing Wednesday. I always thought he was clearly playing Wednesday. And yes, obviously he's been undergoing this injury, but I do feel like Denver has been extra cautious with this, more than it's like, well, he wasn't feeling good yesterday, like anything like that. I think it was more just once he got hurt, they're like, we're shutting it down and we'll bring him back at, super, super late. But never risk missing out on the game or something like that.
Right. Yeah, that's the sense I've gotten, that they're going to be even more cautious than maybe we thought they'd be.
Yeah, throughout the year.
What's going to be interesting, throughout the year, especially over the next couple months, what's going to be interesting is I highly doubt he's playing in Golden State for the second game of the season.
Yeah, probably.
And then he'll probably play the home opener. I would be pretty shocked if that isn't how it happened,
Yeah.
Play Utah opening night, then sit on national TV, then play the home opener.
I love AG though. Back to his comments, I really enjoyed the interactions with him. I feel like he's just so guys you ask questions to, and Jokic, for example, who hates doing media, like he always, you can just see the wheels turning of like, what's the shortest route out of this answer? Sometimes he'll give you a good thing or this or that, but he's AG I love, because sometimes you'll ask him a question and he'll sit and he'll like think about it for a second. You're kind of like, take your time, man. Like, where do you want to go with this? But it just very, very thoughtful.
Dude, what about the suggestion? What if we call him Bruce Braun?
Bruce Brown. There are too many easy bad tweets this year. That's gonna be
Bruce Braun, dude. I'm into it here.
He's gonna hate it. We start a fight between the two Browns.
Oh my God.
You have more notes there, Win?
That's all I got.
All right. Why don't we take a break then? On the other side, we'll tie up some loose ends. We went a little bit long here with Bones. Shocker. But on the other side, we'll tie up a couple loose ends and get ready. We'll have one show left before
lockdown.
Our first
is that right?
Game.
One show.
Lockdown Brown's good.
Just lockdown.
Lockdown.
Lockdown Brown.
That's what I mean.
Lockdown.
That's perfect.
Lockdown Brown sounds like an ABA name to me.
Yeah, it does.
That's a cool one.
It's like the Junkyard Dog.
Right.
Lockdown Brown.
Yeah.
Wait, Lockdown Brown is it? I'm in. Sign me
Lockdown
up.
Brown?
Lockdown Brown.
Right.
Good
Lockdown
job, Chris,
Brown. Good job, chat. We did it.
We did it.
Nah, we didn't do it.
Bruce begged us to call him BB. Actually, he just said
no one gets to pick their own nickname. You think I would have picked D-Line?
Wait, didn't you?
No.
Yeah, I thought you came up with that.
Not for my nickname. Anyway, go ahead.
That was just his business.
That was my business.
We assigned
That's like if we called Adam DNVR.
Yes.
Totally. The funniest part is that Eric is only half of D-Line. There's a whole other half who is not D-Line.
You're like,
works at the company.
It works on the company.
D-Line.
It's on the Av show.
The deeper we get, the more uncomfortable this is. Wind, please.
Okay. At DraftKings Sportsbook, guys, the NBA is back. Tomorrow night, we got games. The Nuggets play Wednesday, of course, in Utah. And to tip off the season, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, they're hooking new customers up. Bet $5 on an NBA moneyline bet and get $200 in free bets if your team wins. In addition, everyone, not just new users, everyone can boost their winnings up to 100% with the DraftKings stepped up same game parlay. The more legs you add, the more money you make. You guys know how it works. So make sure to download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code DNVR. Make any $5 bet this week and get $200 in free bets if your team wins. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with promo code DNVR. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. Also, Athletic Greens. We would not have gotten through our Serbia trip without Athletic Greens. We had some long days. We had some longer nights. But every morning, we got up, popped a cup of Athletic Greens. Boom. We were right on our day. We felt great. Totally rejuvenated us. So if you guys want just more energy in your daily life, if you want to have an optimized immune system, if you hate taking pills and vitamins, check out Athletic Greens. With one delicious scoop of Athletic Greens, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens. Athletic Greens, they're going to hook you up with a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you got to do is go to athleticgreens.com/nuggets. Go to athleticgreens.com/nuggets to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
All righty, I like it. I got a couple little odds and ends, and then I kind of want to throw it out to you fellas. I haven't really talked to you fellas all together in one room for a while.
It's by design, bro.
Yeah, I catch that.
We've been working hard.
My first thing here, I don't know if you guys saw this. Charles Barkley reportedly signed a new 10-year, $100 million deal with TNT. I mean, this is kind of a big deal because one,
I thought it was 200.
Was it 200 million?
I saw that number, but
look it up for me, Win. Can you Google this?
What's the debate?
Computer? Charles Barkley. What was his contract he just signed?
What did Vogt say?
200.
What'd you say?
100.
Oh yeah, I'd say 200 probably.
Either way, the point remains that it was. I thought Barkley for a while there. Maybe he was going to go to golf. Maybe he was going to retire. This or that. I'm glad that he's
200.
Oh, what?
200 million.
Auburn legend Charles Barkley agrees to a contract with TNT
over 100
Did you go to
the Auburn blog?
Weirdest way to
Are you at an Auburn
introduce
like
Charles Barkley?
SB Nation's Auburn
So
blog?
you got over 100 million. I've got nearly 200 million.
No, we're both right.
It will be in excess of 100 million and could approach 200 million.
It's a lot. It's a lot of money to do half.
It actually doesn't matter. The point matters is that Charles Barkley's not going anywhere, which I think is a good thing. Like, look, Barkley has his real flaws. It's funny being in media now for 8 years for me personally and going through the entire cycle of what media should be. I was at one point just a snot-faced child who thought I knew everything about what media was.
Earlier this week.
The more I'm in this, the more I just have appreciation for guys like Barkley, who one, might be one of the funniest people that's ever lived, of all humans. And two, does his analysis sometimes suck? Does he know how to pronounce people's names? Or does he mispronounce people's names? Does he definitely not watch all of the games he's supposed to be covering? Absolutely. But guess what? Those things can be found elsewhere, namely here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But Charles just makes the game so much funnier and so much more fun. And again, to me, the good parts of him outweigh the bad parts. And we've seen other people. There was a point in time not long ago where I was like, Draymond's going to replace him, and I can't wait. Now I look at it, I'm like, thank God Barkley re-upped, and we don't have to go to Draymond here.
Yeah. There is so much about the world of sports that is generally ignored by the media, and it just there's a whole thing about enjoying sports, talking about them in fun ways, not taking it so seriously, and just actually attempting to make things entertaining, which Charles Barkley understands very clearly. It's just, there's something about just being funny and talking about the game not so in a light fashion. It's super valuable. It's the way that you talk with your friends, the way you talk with most people in your life about sports. It's just in the heavy world of media, it has to be, people are they want to get into the stats and this and that. And like you said, you can get that any number of places, usually from Google.
Right.
But it's better just to sort of hear what people's perceptions are of what it is they are perceiving. That is equally valuable.
I also think in that medium, it's the only way. Right, you look at ESPN's NBA stuff and their crew and the pre-post halftime. You're trying to talk basketball in these condensed, crunched, over-advertised formats. You can't actually peel back any layers.
Television is so fake.
Yeah, you're doing TV. That's the and not only that, you're doing in many cases halftime hits. Right,
so television is just fake.
It's fake.
Fake.
So
it's not real.
If I've got, X amount of minutes in between ads, in between the second and third quarter, give me Chuck making jokes. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's a coincidence that our shows across the network are more like Inside the NBA, the TNT show, than they are any other studio show. That is clearly an inspiration for us, and he is the reason. I don't think it would work necessarily with anybody else to the level that it has. Definitely not with Draymond.
Imagine giving you 30 seconds to make your point.
I've had it before. So this is funny. When we were in Serbia, we went on the national
television. That would never work.
No, you're such an asshole. I'm telling you though, he's such a dick.
Everyone's just getting it.
But the thing is, look at him. I love when he cracks himself up. It's the best. But when we had to do TV, I hated doing it because it's always they ask you a question and you have to be very formal and your answers are very and you have you can just feel the rhythm you're supposed to answer to, and then next to it, and it's just come on. All right, enough of that.
I do think Barkley played this whole summer perfectly though.
threatening to go
talks
to golf.
about retirement. Oh, I'm only going to do this for this many years. Flirts with Live Golf. I'm going to talk to him. We'll see. And then just re-ups with TNT.
And then gets a bag.
Played it perfectly.
You guys should know. I've been talking to SB Nation, and I am also thinking about retiring.
Well, that's
keep that in mind.
We're gonna miss you, Vogt.
Not the same effect.
Right.
I'm told that Aaron Gordon has new Bruce Lee inspired shoes. Can you pull these up,
Oh,
Kel?
yeah, I saw these.
Bruce Brand doesn't?
Shut up, man.
So you're the absolute worst. Zoom in there so the people can see a good zoomed in version of those things. Eric, how do we grade this?
They're a little new jack for me. They're okay. I mean, I like the Bruce Lee / Kill Bill.
That's
reference.
very Kill Bill, yeah.
Well, but the Kill Bill is just referencing Bruce Lee. I don't love the silhouette. I don't know. It's pretty cool though. Like,
you don't love the AG?
Well, I actually do love the AG. That's really cool.
Do you like his logo?
That's pretty. I don't know that I've seen that before.
I like his logo.
I do too. That's really nice. That is really nice.
Yeah.
But
looks like you're on
for
drugs.
a basketball shoe, it's pretty cool. I'm going to give this a high score. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10.
I'm glad you did that because I actually love them a lot too. I think these are pretty cool looking shoes, man.
They feel a little bit like Kobe's.
They do feel a
looks
little
like
bit
a
like
heavy
it.
shoe.
They do. I always look at shoes based on whether or not I could wear them. Me wearing this is a 0 out of 10, but that's not everything's for me.
I don't think these are shoes you're going to pair with.
No,
like
this
your
isn't like
jeans.
This is an encore
these are
exclusive.
on court.
You think you jump higher in those shoes?
Definitely, no question.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna try them out. I want to get a pair of Nuggets themed shoes. You know, like I always wear Paul George's, but I want to get.
Careful in the driver's seat.
Paul George's, they're designed for like a taller, mobile person, which you know how mobile I am.
Yeah.
Yes, you've seen how
Sure.
mobile.
And
so
tall.
mobile.
Like 6'9", high flyer.
with a ratchet.
With a ratchet. But AG, also mobile big guy. So maybe those shoes are like designed to really how's my game?
You know what's interesting? You should try to get Joker's shoes.
The Hyperdunks.
Yeah, the Hyperdunks.
I mean that would be very cool.
Only a couple people have them.
I don't think I'm going to be able to get that. Nike, get at me, right? Am I an influencer?
Yeah.
Can I get some Nikes? Come on, man.
Listen, if you're not going to gas
Jokic, you want to
yourself
sell
up,
some shoes? I think we wear the same size shoe. Actually, me and Yoke.
really?
Yeah, we do.
What
He has
size?
small feet. I'm not going to say that. Me and him we're the same size. He
Why
can throw me a
would
pair of shoes.
people get offended or think weird about your shoe
I have a
size?
16. I wear a 16.
Okay,
so he
there
wears
we
a
go.
16 too. I've no
Size
respect.
16,
I've looked
Nike.
at the shoe that he has in his locker, so I've been like,
Explains why I'm always playing footsie with you
over
while
here,
we're on the
man,
studio.
I'm trying to get you over here. We were a little bit lighter on basketball today, guys. Obviously, that'll pick up tomorrow with the season going. But I just kind of vote. It's been a minute for you. What are you thinking about as you watch these last preseason games and just kind of see the promising version of the Nuggets that we've been granted?
Well, those last games were great to see. We can talk about how it should all come together on paper, what we see to be a complete roster. We talk like when Ethan Strauss picked the Warriors to win the first time.
Right.
A lot of that was predicated on what he did see in the preseason. So
Right.
I didn't need to see them go 4-0, but I did need to see those last two games.
Yep.
And having seen them, I think I just love the tarot card episode so much this year because the let go of hell thing. This
really
is
resonated with you?
Yeah, I mean, this is the season to ditch the inferiority complex. I mean, if you like, they may very well not win. Sure, fine, get it, but they have everything they need to go do it. And so, if there was ever a year as a fan where you just decided to, I'm gonna have fun with this, I'm gonna be confident with this, and I know it'll hurt me at some point, but I will go through this season, unafraid, and consciously ready to let go of that feeling. Yeah. And I think it's the right year for it. So I think it's something this base has earned after last season, and it's something this team has earned. The time is right. The vibe is right. So we'll see, man. The results are all that matter, but we know that everything they need is present. And I think this fan base has everything they need too.
Yeah, I agree actually pretty strongly with that. Like the idea, there are times when there's being a fan where you're just like, oh, cool, it's my team. I'm a homer. I cheer for them every year. I believe in them every year. But like, this is like actually a year to believe. This is like truthfully the year that you can really start to point to and say like, we have been building towards something. This isn't just like you're a Nuggets fan. You love the Nuggets. Like you can really start to believe this year. I mean, obviously we don't know how everything is going to play out, but what we saw in the preseason, the last few games, was not just like we were talking about before. It wasn't just like guys getting hot, hitting a bunch of like garbage preseason shots. Like we saw like really beautiful basketball process. We saw like a team really playing together and like gelling in a way that we were just begging for so long. And they've got all of the pieces that they need. There's absolutely no reason that you can't just like really put your heart and soul into it this year.
Right. Yeah. This is the most talented Nuggets team I've seen since I've been around these guys. This is, the most balanced Nuggets team in terms of offense and defense that I've seen. Obviously, since I've been around throughout the entire Jokic era. And all throughout the preseason, there's been this sense of there's a renewed excitement. There's a different feeling in the locker room with the coaching staff, even with the front office. When we talk to guys, everybody's like, yeah, it's different this year. Things feel different. And the fact that everybody's been saying it from the start, and I feel like that's the same with me. I feel a different sense of excitement for this year. I'm guessing you guys feel the same. Like, compare how I feel this year with how I felt last year this time. There's no comparison. I think I'm feeling the same thing that the entire team's feeling. There's this different sense of excitement, expectations, and just this readiness to just go.
That being said, my colleague Matt Moore, I gave him a shout out earlier. Now I have to begrudge him. He did tell me last night he's picking the Jazz.
Of course,
he's picking the money line for the Jazz. In
the money line.
Game number one.
I was going to be like the spread.
No, the money line. He's taking Utah. He thinks Denver drops their first game. And I swear he's doing that so that he can be the most annoying person if they lose.
Well, I mean, to his credit, like that is a house of horrors for the Denver Nuggets going to Utah. They never win in Utah,
except when they only have 7 guys.
That's the one time, yeah.
And they have Walker Kessler.
I mean, I'm definitely not
picking
them. I told you. I mean, I think the Utah Jazz are going to win about 15 games this year.
Well, here's the thing, though. To me, if they lost that first game against a team that is trying to be in the lottery, granted, opening night, every team's trying to win. There's no tanking on night number one. Like, everybody tries to win that game. But look, we're talking about a championship this year, talking about all these things. Yes, Jamal Murray didn't get to play a lot, so it's going to be a first night, in some ways for him. But to me, you drop that first game. I'm not saying it's like the sky's falling or this, that, but to me, that'd be a disappointing start to drop that. For sure.
Yeah, because you drop that game, and then you have the Warriors, and it just kind of builds from there.
Right.
Getting that first game out of the way, 1-0, okay, we're good. Like, we can reset a little now. That's going to be big. Like, the thing about Utah, you're right. Utah's going to play hard that game. There's a bunch of guys on that roster trying to prove themselves.
Do we even know who's on that team? Walker Kessler?
Yeah, Colin Sexton.
Lowry Markkinen.
Malik Beasley.
Can you conjure a vision of what that team will look like?
That's tough.
No. Yeah, that part no.
And those disgusting jerseys that they have.
Oh, you're right, man. It would actually be really nice.
They'll be wearing the black ones,
It would
I
be
think,
really
too,
nice to go in and stomp the Utah Jazz, their first opening night of this boring era they're in with their terrible jerseys. Like, can you imagine if you were a Nuggets fan? Your era just ended. That. No, I'm saying your era just ended. You've got guys you don't really care about, and you're wearing a new rebrand that you absolutely hate, and you lose by 20 points to division rival. It'd be a very low start. I would love to deliver that low.
And I feel
great.
I feel like the state of Utah is flying a little too high.
Yeah,
knock them down.
I know. I mean,
such smuggets over there.
You'd think with the way the messaging has been, particularly coming from Malone, like this is just no nonsense. That if there's a game, they're going to be ready to just fire off all cylinders. It should be game one. Having said that, everyone stay away from Jared Vanderbilt. No one get hurt. If he comes running in, let him have the rebound. Keep a 5-foot distance and let that Crash Bandicoot do his thing.
Let's go.
Yeah. And then lastly, the news did just come in. It is official now, according to Shams Charania. Facu.
Vamos!
I'm like happy for Facu. I think that's a really good spot for him. He won a title with Luka, I believe. Was it Barcelona or Real Madrid? Real Madrid. So those guys do have not just a history, but a successful history together. I wish him well. I will say, not looking forward to playing against him, though.
It's going to be hilarious when he hits some shots from deep and
like
finishes that.
6 or 7.
He's definitely torching the Nuggets.
Really rooting for him. Look,
whose face is he going to get in? Bones?
This is going to be Bones.
Him and Bones are going to get into it?
Oh, my God. I can't wait.
Man, listen, year one in Denver, it worked out. People forget that. So I'm glad he got another shot. This is this is a legend on another continent. So we all know the limitations in this league, but those who have followed his career, know not to count him out, man. I'm rooting for him.
I'm rooting for him a lot, man. I'm really rooting.
I'm rooting for him specifically while his team fails mightily.
Right. He goes for 40, but
he gets he's got some amazing ESPN passes, but the Mavs suffer just tragedy after tragedy.
Jeez. Very intense.
Be tougher about those.
All right, before we get out of here, I want to remind you guys, you haven't been to the DNVR Bar for a while. We've completely redone the place. It looks fantastic. It holds more people. And guess what? I know a perfect night to come here. I actually know 2 perfect nights this week to come here. Yep. One would be Wednesday for the season opener. Is there excitement in the air? Absolutely. Come here with your fellow Nuggets fans.
We're all going to be here.
We're all going to be here. And then Friday night at the DNVR Bar. That's some of the best words you can put together in a sentence.
Right.
And, of course, the Nuggets will be taking on national television the Golden State Warriors. So Wednesday, Friday, we're going to have some great watch parties here. And I hope this is your reintroduction to the DNVR Bar, that you guys come back out here and cheer along with us, with your people. And then lastly, of course, Kelly, you can throw it up one last time. He can hit that outro music. You probably should have hit it a while ago. We got the we got the.
Come on,
Adam's got some notes.
I got some notes for you after the show. We can discuss. We do have the party bus that is going to be a week from Saturday, I believe. Or is it a week or 2 weeks from Saturday? Check your calendars. November 5th, we're going to be taking a group of people from here down to the bar. Sign up, get your homies, get your buddies, or just come solo. Either way, look at that. Zoom in a little closer. There it is. There's the bus. It looks like the bus from Shawshank. Do you guys remember when he rides the bus out of town?
Yeah, the bus is different than the bus from Shawshank.
Do you think it is?
Want to stress?
Yeah,
we have to make that clear.
We're not taking you on a prison bus.
It might be a former prison bus.
It might not to say that.
I'm saying, first off, it's definitely a former school bus.
The vibes are very different when you take the prison bus to a basketball game.
That's all I'm saying. So different. Hit that like button on the way out. For Bizzy, not for us. We'll see you guys next time.